So the other bit here, near, I think we should paint. Now these are, like I said, just paper, right? You know, cardboard cereal box. So they don't really have any grain to them. Now you could paint wooden grain on there, you know, by, well, basically just painting it a couple different tones of brown, you know, dark brown, and then streak up a lighter brown, and it will leave, you know, little bits of brown. I like actually carving my details rather than painting them. So I'm just going to make some faint cuts in this with the knife. Maybe I'll zoom in, see if you can see what it looks like. Probably not, but anyways, this is all I'm doing. Taking a sharp knife, and because this is already dried on here. That way I don't have to, I can just paint them kind of a brown and it'll come out looking right. You probably can't see those, can you? I can't tell if you can see those because of this stupid little screen. I'm kind of going blind, so. Alright, I'll finish doing, back you up here a bit. So I'll finish doing these, and then show you when I get to the painting stage. Okay, I've cut little marks down on the doors. Actually, I forgot to do the back one. So just to give it some, you know, lines. Some I've cut all the way through. Those will be dark ones. Anyways, that's all I've done. The first thing a guy needs to do is paint all the wood pieces on here, because it'll be harder to paint after. I'll start with dark and work my way up. Don't need much. That's what color is that? Burnt umber. My dark brown. It's the color I normally use. So paint those. And the reason why I want to do them now is because you want to get this edge, I don't know if you can see on this one, probably not. You can see there's a little bit of white on that edge, And myself, I just can't paint that after the walls are done. Man, I make a mess, so do it first. Paint the whole door there too. You can see I don't really do this too neatly. Not at this stage anyways. Hey, we're just putting on the base coats. So, I mean, you just want it on. Besides, we just spent 2 hours doing the friggin' roof, right? We're tired. Want this thing friggin' done. Because we got the whole village to do, man. There's like, small scale like this, you want like, massive amount of them, right? That'd be kind of cool. Guess we need to do the chimney portion here first. So, myself, I would probably use plaster of Paris of some form. You want to, you could probably use green stuff or Old Squadron putty. Jeez, this stuff is friggin' crap now. Anyways, so I would probably use plaster of Paris and mix it in with some glue, okay, or you know, some of that Tester's modeling putty, because you can get that, you know, a lot of places where you can buy, you know, your Tester's model glue, like even some drugstores and that have that shit. Okay. I'm going to use this Squadron putty. With just a little bit here, I'm just using my fingers. Normally I use tools, because I don't like this stuff touching my skin too terribly much. So, there. Well, Jesus, stuff is just harder than a rock. Put some on the outside here a bit too, just to make it into a chimney-ish type shape. Well, this stuff's going to stick to the cardboard, but either way we're going to coat it all with glue and stuff after anyway, so we just want to fill in those little hexagonal holes there so you can't see them. Anyways, the stuff dries quick, so that's why I use that. It stinks, so you need to go put it in the bathroom now so it can dry. Well, it's not that bad, but we do need to go wash our fingers right away. Whoa. Okay. This is kind of dry. I'm going to kind of do the walls here. I don't want to go out to the shed to grab my sand. I usually have some really fine sand that I use on this. It's same stuff that's on this one. Okay. And I got it, where did I get it at? A store called Michael's. It's a kind of a craft store, hey? But I've seen it in florists, you know, because they use it in fancy decorations and stuff. And you can get it in all different colors. I just got a nice natural tone brown, eh? Actually, I got two different types of brown, but it's really fine sand. So if you don't have that, this is stuff that I use for a lot of stuff. I've just got it in this container. And it's that dust from those lava rocks, that red lava rock, or you can get black too. And they sell that in garden centers and all kinds of stuff, and it comes in a bag. So this is just a really fine sand of that. You can just pulverize that yourself, or if you go to a place where they, you know, like a big garden center, and they'll have a big pile of that, man, you can just sweep some up, and you know, they'll give you a bucket full of that shit, because you know, it's free. It's just dust, right? So sweep it up, and then I you know, sift it and save different stuff. So this is some nice fine stuff, so that's what I'm going to use on this. Now if you don't have access to any kind of sand whatsoever, I like sand just because it gives it a texture, okay? That's why I'm suggesting sand. I've heard of putting your glue down and then a piece of tissue, you know, like Kleenex. I'll show you, because I'm going to use some for something else here. I'll grab some. Okay, so yeah, just a Kleenex stuff, and they basically, you know, glue that down with some water, and that'll give you a really nice fine texture on this stuff. You can kind of ripple it a little bit too. That'll look really good, actually. I wonder if we should do that instead. Nah, I'll use the sand stuff. Mainly because this is really dark brown, and I want to see how it'll work on this, because normally I use a white-ish color. Normally. So, you need some